From Central Indiana's number one news source, this is Fox 59 Tonight.
Hey, good evening. Thanks for joining us here on Fox 59 Tonight. I'm Cameron Riddle. Thanks for downloading our new smart TV app on your Roku, Samsung, Fire TV, or Apple TV. And if you're watching us on YouTube, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you never miss any of the conversations that we have every night at 8 o'clock right here on Fox 59 Tonight. We're introducing a new segment. We've had Deja Stuttered on, one of our fantastic behind-the-scenes digital producers, but I'm ready to turn her into a TV star. So we're starting a new segment today called The Deep Dive with Deja, where we go deep into a conversation. And on this particular show, Deja has decided we are going to talk about dating because it's something we all can relate to, and it's something that we all have to try to understand. It's even more difficult now with dating apps and people who can't talk to each other face to face, which is why shows like Pop The Ballon Indianapolis go viral online, because we want to see those interactions. And people say that they can't find love, so they go on the show and they try to find different people that might be a match. So we'll talk about that in the first half of the show, those first impressions. But then what about that second impression? After you meet somebody, we've got a dating expert who can help you get past not only the first impression, but to not ruin that second impression. Deja, I'm going to bring you in so we can bring in our guest on today's show, this edition of Fox 59 Tonight, featuring The Deep Dive with Deja. Where are we going?
Thank you so much, Cam. Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Yes.
And then let me introduce now the man of the hour. We have Corey Tibbs Jr. in the building with us. CJ, too cold.
Real.
As you all may know him, a super extremely popular celebrity, basically, where we are here in Central Indiana and even around some other places now as you begin to navigate out. Can you tell us about your viral hit show, Pop the Balloon? Can you tell us what it is and the lineup of it? Because some viewers may not know exactly what it is.
Of course. First, I want to say, appreciate that beautiful intro you just did. That was amazing. I appreciate that. Pop the Balloon is a dating show where we give singles a chance to meet, flirt, connect, and find a chance at love. It's real, it's raw, it's authentic, it's unscripted. They come out, you can have either women holding a balloon or you can have men holding a balloon. I'm the host, I have a DJ. We have food, we have a live audience. So we just give, Indianapolis a chance to really come in and network and connect as one. If you find anything wrong with anything that someone says or does, then you get a chance to pop their balloon if they're not really a match for you. But if you like what the person is saying, or you like what the person is doing, or how they looking, or what they saying, you can hold your balloon and possibly get a chance at love and maybe get a sponsored date.
Okay, so tell me, why did you start Pop the Balloon?
I started Pop the Balloon because the people requested it. I learned that listening to your audience can find you a lot of the answers that you search for. And it was a vote. I had asked them what they wanted from me, a 20 versus 1 or a Pop the Balloon. And a lot of people said Pop the Balloon. We don't have it here in Indianapolis. So I was like, all right, let me go ahead and give it my all. And we did it in like 3 days after the status. And like the first episode we did, like, just went crazy. Like, it was like 10,000 views on YouTube like the first day. I was so geeked about that, and it just motivated us to do it every single week since then.
And how many episodes have you had?
We just filmed episode 57, so
Incredible.
57 episodes.
So how do I get on the show?
How you get on the show? A lot of people text me, a lot of people DM me, but we have a formal application as well on MidwestLeak.com website. If you want to go on MidwestLeak.com, we have an application there, and if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, and all the descriptions is also a website link you can click on and sign up. But a lot of people text me and DM me as well.
Okay, so what's the most important thing that a person can do in a first impression that you've witnessed on the show? So you see people, their line up.
Mhm.
What is it that gets people to hold on to their balloon?
Authenticity, being real and genuine to self. I really feel like if you want to get out in the dating world, like you gotta be really tapped in with yourself before you interact or try to connect with other people, because people can feel that. People can feel if you're not being 100% you, or if you hiding stuff, if you just being wearing a mask and not being yourself. So really just being yourself is like number one.
Being yourself is the
Yeah,
key
yeah, for sure.
to it all. I feel like,
For sure.
when you get on the show, I think sometimes it's hard to be yourself
Yeah.
because you kind of want to put on a mask. They say, like, you meet your representative first. And so is there any tips that you would give for
It is
people when
layers.
they're going on to the show?
Yeah. It is. I can see how you say that. It is layers. Like, okay, well, first I want to do this before I reveal this about myself, because you only get a short amount of time to get to know these people.
Yeah.
So my advice is definitely get the jitters out. Talk to your friends. Try to get a support system to come make you
Right.
feel better. Get some people out there in the audience for you to cheer you on. Come drink plenty of water. Pray. And give it your best.
Okay, so that's the other thing, and you can be a member of the audience. So if you're like, oh, I don't want to be, up there, and I don't want to put myself out there, and I don't want to make myself vulnerable,
Yeah.
you can be a member of the audience. So how does a person get involved with that experience?
The same way as the tickets, you could text me or DM me, or MidwestElite.com has the Eventbrite link, but it's only Eventbrite. You type in Pop the Balloon Indianapolis on Eventbrite, all the tickets gonna pop up. But yeah.
And one thing that I can say, I've been to the live show and the live experience. And I went on the Valentine's Day episode around that time. And going live is just a totally different experience. One, there's food trucks, there's the bar, there's all the fun stuff, but then you also get to see it like in real time. And sometimes what happens is somebody gets their balloon popped, and I think it hurts their feelings. I know for me, if I got my balloon, like sometimes I see these people and I'm like, they are warriors because
they are.
I would cry. Like I would just go and cry. I would walk off the show. I would be like, you know what? I'm sorry to just not too cold.
Right.
In the middle of this, I would just go home, run to my mommy. So what advice do you have for somebody who's nervous about potentially being rejected and about how that might feel for them?
Well, I always tell people, like, we got to face everything head on. Like, rejection is not only in relationships or dating. You get rejected from a job, you get rejected from sometimes your parents, you get rejected, like, rejection is a part of life. I say take that rejection and use it as fuel. Like, use everything that's against you as more energy to even go even harder on the next time you try to come do anything or dating, or I just feel like it give you like a snippet of what you can do more of, type deal.
Exactly. So we talk about rejection, and we know a lot of people on this show, on this lineup, have had their balloon popped. Now, has there been any successful matches? Have we heard any wedding bells? Have we seen any pop the balloon babies? Like
There's some pop the balloon babies out there.
There's some pop the balloon babies?
There's some babies out there. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's some babies out there. Yeah, it's some.
How long has the show been going on?
A little over a year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So they
a little over a year. Yeah. It's a lot of people that's like either they're pregnant or even if it ain't, a lot of times what happens is, like, some people I call it the switcheroo. Some people might match on the show with somebody on this episode, but then that match might not work, so somebody from another episode might be the match for that person, and they end up talking, and it goes like that. So now we got episode 14 and 30 together. when episode 14 matched with 14 at first.
Yeah.
But yeah, so and we got a favorite couple right now that actually moved in together. They moved in together. We did a follow up on them. We we do follow ups with matches.
Okay.
So if you go on YouTube, we got a whole playlist full of like follow ups, catching up on people that made matches together and seeing where they're at, if they went on the first date, how the first date go, if they're still dating, if they're not, why are you not still dating? Like, so we dive deep into it. So it's a lot of success stories. Honestly, it is, and not only here, everywhere else we go as well.
Nice.
Tuco, you're a talk show host yourself.
For sure.
Deja is killing it, is she not?
And she's going crazy. She's going crazy.
You done messed up. You're doing this every week.
She's going crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, you are fire. I'm liking it. But I got to ask a question. So when the couples come through, how do you match up? Like, who's going to be in this line for this particular contestant? Is it based off the application? How's it work?
Yeah, so when we do the show, it's not really just one and then versus 8. So I'm not really matching up one person with these 8 different women. I'm matching up 8 men with 8 women.
Okay.
So we really just go off based off the availability, the age, and whose true intentions is really to find love. So when we fill out the application, it say why are you looking for love, or what are you looking for in a partner, et cetera, et cetera. So we take those applications and those questionnaires very serious as well. I have a whole casting team that really handles that. Now, I used to be very hands-on with the casting, but now, as you grow, you have to, delegate certain tasks to different team members. But our goal is really just we really accept the why I'm so loved sometimes is the inclusivity. Am I saying that right? Say the word for me. All right, yeah. Inclusiveness that I bring to the table, in the dating realm in Indianapolis. So like I include all different types of love. LGBTQ, big, small, dark, light. So we really just want to get everybody in as much as possible that really want to find love. We just want to, make the connections where we see opportunity to make a connection for anybody.
When people come on and they talk to you off camera, what do they wish that they would have said? Man, I blew it. Like, she popped the balloon.
Yeah.
Do they ever talk to you man, I wish I hadn't said that?
Yeah. They do a lot. They fumble a lot. Yeah, on camera. They blame it on the jitters. And I can't blame them for that. Sometimes we make mistakes when we nervous. They try to shoot their shot after. A lot of people are like, I'm gonna holler at you after the show. I'll be like, on camera, I'll say it on the show. No, do it now. Don't wait till off camera. Let's do it right now. Show them what you would show them off camera, on camera. But a lot of people, they just. Some people be wanting to say things like rebuttal back more. Maybe they wish they would have said more rebuttal back sometimes, or some people wish they would have said more to get their shot at that woman. Because some men really be slipping up, and women too. They pop over like the craziest things.
What are some of the craziest things people pop over?
Hair, like hairstyles. I've seen somebody they I don't know where this is coming from, but they've been popping lately over no kids. A lot of women is preferring you to have kids when you date them. A lot of people are popping over.
And is that because those women have kids?
Yeah.
That they feel like you should have kids?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They feel like you should, but some people be like, I want a man with no kids. Some people do want men with no kids. But either way, the height is crazy to me. The height, it be like, come on now, it is. He might be a little shorter, but the height gonna determine. It might be your chance of love. And one of the biggest ones. I ain't gonna lie, this is one of the biggest ones. The zodiac signs. They pop over because you're a Capricorn, bro. You a Sag, bro. You can't find love with me. We're not compatible because of the zodiac signs.
Now, when they do that, when they pop over these superficial things, how often do they go back after they've heard the person? Because it's the first impression that they pop their balloon on. But then once they go back around, you take them around for that second round, that's when they're actually listening to you and the person. How often do they be like, actually, can I get my balloon back?
Yeah, they do be like, can I get my balloon back? But I swear, when it comes to the zodiacs, though, they don't be trying to get. It's like, if you this sign, you were this sign, so either way.
Okay, well, I can see that. Some people with zodiac signs it's like they're deeply religious.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes in a weird way, they do kind of align.
Mm-hmm.
Well, from all these experiences that you've had, do you have a favorite episode or like a most memorable moment? I know there's been a lot of episodes.
It
It's been
has.
57.
It has. It has. I do gotta say this though. Like episode 1 is always gonna be like a top episode for me because it's like we all came in there not knowing what to expect, not knowing what to do,
Yeah.
not knowing how it was gonna turn out. Everybody was genuine and authentic. Everybody was nervous. Everybody was shy. Everybody was just like, what are we doing? So I just feel like episode 1 will always be special. And after episode 1, we start doing like LGBTQ episodes. I'm not gonna lie, one of the LGBTQ male episode is like super funny. Like you're gonna laugh a lot. Some of these episodes is like it's real entertainment as well because these are people that's just being themselves, and some people are just naturally funny. So the BBW episode is a great episode as well.
And it popped off real big in the city, but now it has found its way out of the city. What was the first city that you went to and how did you even know that you had an audience outside of central Indiana? Like when did you decide, you know what, we need to take this to Chicago? I know Chicago is one of them. I believe that Detroit, Flint, that those are
Both,
some of
yeah.
them as well. How did you find out that you have an audience in Michigan? You have an audience in Charlotte?
Yeah.
Norton, that is very, to me, that's wild because that's a whole different coast. That's a whole different area of the United States. Like I can kind of get Chicago and Cincinnati and Louisville because we be back
Midwest,
in those areas. But how did people start to hear about this show beyond where we are
our
in
region?
Indianapolis?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure the algorithm pushed me into all the dating shows around surrounded with the name Pop the Balloon. But my main thing, my main job, my main goal that I want to do and remain doing is connecting to the people. So that's where a lot of my resources come from. I read a lot of the comments. I see a lot of the comments. I see a lot of the shares. And I just read. And people was like, come to Chicago, come to Chicago, come to Detroit, come to Charlotte, come here, come there, come here. And I was like, hey, team, I think we got 300 comments that says come to Chicago. So let's go to Chicago.
Wow.
And Chicago was our first stop that we went to. It was like, it's easy, right? We can drive there 3 hours and let's just give it a try. And we sold out both times we went to Chicago.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible. Now, what's a sellout for you? Like, what's an approximate number? Are we talking like, is it 50 people, 100 people,
100.
20 people, 100 people?
100
That's incredible.
plus.
So if somebody, and sellout means people in the audience.
Sellout an audience, yes.
And so how much approximately would it cost for a ticket to the show?
Well, then when I was doing it, I think the ticket was like $25 to $30 for like just general admission. We tiered it now to where we have VIP front row tickets. It's like, it's a privilege to sit in the front and watch up close, that close and personal. So we've upped the price to $50 general admission and $75 VIP.
Okay, so it's $50 general admission. Where is your next city?
Our next city is it's gonna be Philly.
Philly?
Yeah, Philly. We in Philly.
This is just fascinating to me because I'm just amazed that your audience has grown beyond so quickly beyond the scope of Indianapolis. You've been doing this for a year? Yeah. Wow.
A year, 57 weeks. We went every week. Only time we stopped when I had surgery. I had to take a weekend off. I really didn't want to. And I kind of came back a little early, too early when I did it. They were stressing me out on that episode when I came back. But we about to go on tour, and our last show here in Indianapolis is this Sunday coming up, and we won't have another show here till probably December or top of the year, because we're about to be going every weekend
So
until
tell me
November.
more about what's next. So a tour. What does
Mhm.
that? What does that mean? What does that look like for you
It looks like
and for fans?
yeah, it looks like we're going to be hitting the road every single weekend. Going to a different city. We return some of our favorites like Detroit. We're gonna be there September 12th. But we also are hitting new cities and new regions as well. We're going deeper in the South. We're going to Orlando, Florida on the 6th of September.
Wow.
Yeah, we're going to Orlando, and we're going to they're trying to get us out there in Louisiana right now. We haven't added it officially on there, but they getting us in Louisiana. High demand in the DMV, the East Coast, New York area. Like they want us up there real bad, Washington DC and stuff like that. But we hitting Philly first, Louisville. We got where else we going? We going new city. We going back to Chicago. And yeah, that's all I can think of right now. You know, we got y'all go to the Instagram and see the whole full tour list.
Too Cold, let me ask you a question. I'm watching as y'all are talking. I'm watching all the contestants, and I just clicked on another episode. I was watching Dallas. Now I'm watching this. What do you tell people to wear? Because I'm seeing some people in their Sunday best.
You seeing everything.
And then some people, they just got out of bed and was like, "Yo, this is me."
Well, we send a script out. Okay, the script verbatim says, "Dress like it's your first date. Dress to impress.
Okay.
Formal, classy attire."
Okay.
That's what it says. And, you know, people come in, they like, I ain't got no, a lot of these people like, I don't got no dress shoes, or I don't got, I say, bro, put your best on, you know, come clean, you know. It's really about just coming as clean as possible. Like, you know, think about your clothes at least.
I mean, because my girl right here, she's got t-shirts and shorts on.
And this the first episode too as well. So this, yeah, she said she came straight from the road to the show. Yeah.
Okay, so I know for me, when it comes to clothes, I would be so nervous about that, and I would think about that nonstop. But people can actually get clothes from you.
Exactly.
What? Tell me more about your apparel line that you have.
Yeah. I see. I got the I got the rhinestones on this. You know, we got the out the gate. You know, you only hear this in the nap. Out the gate. You got the Too Cold hat. You know, TooCold.com. Actually, you will see all the for real tees. You got the for real tees. My famous quote: "I wish you the best in your future endeavor." Rhinestone tees, cropped. We just got some new styles in too. Distressed at the bottom, like we just leveled up with it too. So, TooCold.com. I got a few pieces on there. I got a Naptown balloon tee. It's like a piece I created with like this balloon on it, and it got like the string, and on the string it says Naptown, and then on the back it says "Without further ado."
So, and that's one of your
for sure.
So what made you decide to get a clothing line specifically?
Well, like I said, I read a lot of the comments, and a lot of people enjoy like my fashion choices. Yeah, a lot of people like, well, you have a stylist. Who's your stylist? And I'm like, I never had a stylist. I dress myself. You know, I kind of been like this since I was a kid. Like I always like was into clothes and fashion and stuff like that. So I just took it upon myself, you know, to maximize a business opportunity that I seen, and that's really where I'm at right now too. Like maximizing my business mindset, because we want to scale this, and I can't really. I'm not going to be able to scale if I keep things on a personal level. I have to think outside of like who I am, and it's bigger than me. It's bigger than us. Like I have to think, you know, in the future for my kids and just, you know, overall. So I definitely want to just keep expanding and scaling my brand as much as possible.
You talk about a business mindset, and you're talking about what that means and what that looks like for you, and you're talking about scaling. And so if somebody wants to be a businessman, like you are, you're a businessman, you're a matchmaker, you're all these things. If somebody wants to be a YouTuber, how do they start in that? What has that looked like for you? And that journey looked like for you?
You know, a lot of cliche sayings are like real life. A lot of these sayings that we've been hearing our whole life growing up is like, it's real life. So like main thing is sacrifice. Like, you know, a lot of people don't understand what that really look like. It's like you're giving up everything for one thing. So and it might hurt, it might look a certain way, it might feel a certain way, but it depends on how bad you want it. I wanted this real bad. You know, like this been around me for a long time. Like, and I never really maximize my opportunity because I was stuck on one thing. I want to be an artist or a musician. I just want to rap. Like, no, I got behind the camera. I start editing. I start filming. I start doing things on my own, taking up things that I know I can handle and putting it all towards one goal. And I was just to be a successful content creator.
Nice.
Yeah.
And so, sacrifice.
Mhm.
What did you feel like you had to sacrifice? Was it your rap career?
Mm,
Is that something that are you still pursuing that? Are you still doing that?
yeah.
Making music?
Yeah, of course. That's like therapeutic to me. So I'm a forever like create music. But my biggest thing I felt like I sacrificed was time. Like with everything, like I'm not hanging out no more. I'm not going to a lot of the family gatherings. I'm not going just to go to the club just to go to the club unless I'm booked. Like I have to like really prioritize my time, and put it all from the time I wake up to the time I go to sleep. I'm on my phone networking, communicating, and I'm closing deals.
Well, now you're also hosting pool parties.
Yeah.
Which that went a little viral.
Yeah, it did. That's crazy. Yeah, I would. Yeah.
In and of itself, and you hosted this party because it was your birthday.
It was.
Happy
Yes.
birthday!
Thank you so much.
It was a big one.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
The big 3-0.
Big 30 ball, dirty 30.
Look. Well, is there anything else that we need to know? Fox59 tonight, viewers need to know about what you have coming up, about dating advice, about Pop the Balloon. Is there anything else that you want to tell the people about Too Cold?
For sure. Number one, if you want to sign up and be on the show, y'all make sure y'all go to toocode.com or MadeWestLeak.com. All singles, we encourage all singles of all races, ethnicities, backgrounds, nationalities. It don't matter who you are. If you want to find love, make sure you sign up on the show ASAP. toocode.com, MadeWestLeak.com. That's number one. Number two, make sure y'all follow me on all social media platforms. Kicking It With Too Cold. Kicking It With Too Cold is my YouTube. Make sure y'all smash that subscribe button. We on the road to 100,000 subscribers. 100,000. We got 50,000 right now, but we need that Naptown support more and more. Naptown is our biggest audience, so we definitely want to keep maximizing the city because we don't want to leave the city. We want to maximize it all the way here. So y'all sign up and let's make the show even bigger than what it is right now.
TooCold.com. You see it on the website on the screen right now. That's his website. Click on Pop the Balloon if you want to find a chance at love here in Indianapolis or on the road as they go different places. And if you haven't caught an episode of Pop the Balloon, well, then you're missing out. Find them on YouTube. There's the page right there. Kicking It With Too Cold is the YouTube page where you can find all 57 episodes of Pop the Balloon. Most of them the Indianapolis edition, but it's time to go on the road. Too Cold, Deja, I enjoyed that conversation.
For real.
I like having other talk show hosts in here because I was just sitting back like this. I enjoyed listening to your conversation, and we're gonna keep watching Pop the Balloon because you've got some characters on there that we can see. So
no doubt.
All right. So we just talked about first impressions and how you can help make some connections, some do's and some don'ts. But what about after you meet that person for the first time? How do you get to have a continued conversation with them? We're going to talk with Jada, the dating expert, coming up next so she can help you survive the second impression. More Fox 59 tonight. It's coming up after this.